At this stage, we will optimize the vertex data, which will greatly reduce the consumption of GPU memory, and significantly increase the frame rate for integrated GPUs, for which a part of RAM is allocated as video memory. In our engine, we use 7 attributes for each vertex, and for an unsigned 8-bit data type, each attribute occupies 8 bits or 1 byte in memory, respectively. And as a result, it turns out that 56 bits are allocated in the GPU memory for each vertex. But let's figure out how many bits are actually needed for each attribute. For vertex coordinates, we need 6 bits, since for a chunk of 32 voxels for all vertices, we need a minimum of 33 values. For the voxel ID, we have specified to use all 8 bits, but far fewer bits are needed to define the face, ambient occlusion, and vertex flip identifiers. And as you can see in the aggregate, we need only 32 bits for all our attributes, which is much less than 56 bits. And in fact, we can easily pack our attributes into 32 bits using bitwise operations, and let's see how this is done in the following example. Let's say we have two numbers 5 and 19. The number A in binary form takes 3 bits, the number B 5 bits, and this is how the packing of these numbers will look like. First, we do a bitwise left shift of the number A by the number of bits B, that is, the first 5 bits of the number became zeros. And with the help of the second bitwise OR operation with the number B, we form our packed number, and as you can see, we got a number in which the values of the bits of the number A and B follow one after the other. So let's say we pass this packing number, and on the receiving side it needs to be unpacked. To do this, we must know the bit depth of the number B, according to which we will calculate the so-called mask. It will be just a number, all bits of which are equal to 1. And to get the number A, we simply do a bitwise shift to the right by the number of bits B. And using the operation of the logical conjunction of the packed number and the mask of the number B, we will get the number B itself. Thus, we can pack the numbers for the selected data type, and thus reduce the amount of memory used. And now we can create a function pack data instead of a function to cast the data type. Here we will make a note of how many bits each attribute has, and for convenience we will denote all attributes by letters of the alphabet. And since here it is necessary to pack more than 2 numbers, for each attribute it is necessary to calculate the length of the bits by which the bitwise shift must be done. And then we do the appropriate bitwise shifts to the left, and apply logical disjunction operations. At this stage, we will optimize the vertex data, which will greatly reduce the consumption of GPU memory, and significantly increase the frame rate for integrated GPUs, for which a part of RAM is allocated as video memory. In our engine, we use 7 attributes for each vertex, and for an unsigned 8-bit data type, each attribute occupies 8 bits or 1 byte in memory, respectively. And as a result, it turns out that 56 bits are allocated in the GPU memory for each vertex. But let's figure out how many bits are actually needed for each attribute. For vertex coordinates, we need 6 bits, since for a chunk of 32 voxels for all vertices, we need a minimum of 33 values. For the voxel ID, we have specified to use all 8 bits, but far fewer bits are needed to define the face, ambient occlusion, and vertex flip identifiers. And as you can see in the aggregate, we need only 32 bits for all our attributes, which is much less than 56 bits. And in fact, we can easily pack our attributes into 32 bits using bitwise operations, and let's see how this is done in the following example. Let's say we have two numbers 5 and 19. The number A in binary form takes 3 bits, the number B 5 bits, and this is how the packing of these numbers will look like. First, we do a bitwise left shift of the number A by the number of bits B, that is, the first 5 bits of the number became zeros. And with the help of the second bitwise OR operation with the number B, we form our packed number, and as you can see, we got a number in which the values of the bits of the number A and B follow one after the other. So A and B follow one after the other.
Hello? Mr. Fidget, can you hear me? Let's see if it works. Golly, man. Let's see here. Does it work now? Hello? Can you hear me, man? Ah, here we go. Yeah, I was yapping. Yeah, I was yapping about this, man. We don't do this voodoo in PR, man. Like, we just pack them and, like, we just store them, you know. This is like, I'm just learning Python, OpenGL. How are you, man?
So let's say we
Okay.
with the number B, we form our packed number, and as you can see, we got a number
5. Oh, this makes sense. Okay. It was doing 1, 2, 4. This one flips on 1. This one flips on 1. Okay, that makes sense. 19. 1 plus 2, 4, 8, 16. No. 1. Damn. Oh, shit, man. Nice. So you hit the bell icon, didn't you? That's nice, man. I don't ask people to hit the bell icon, man. If they want to come in, they, you know. But yeah, I have like a week off, so just learning this stuff before I have to go back in the cage. Glad you're doing good. 1, 2, 4, 8. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. Is that right? Let's see here. Bit field. Let's see what the bit field looks like. Okay, no. Maybe if I do my little calculator. So are you like do you play PR? Are you here from PR? Via Yeah, hit the bell for C Shade and PR stuff. Trying to get it working again since moving to Linux. Oh yeah. Dude, dude, I want to move to Linux. Did you move to Linux like recently? I'm thinking about moving to Linux, but all this PR dev stuff is just keeping me to Windows. Let's see here. The C Shade stuff, C Shade I'm thinking of like doing base shaders, man. But you know, let's see. So we got one, actually one, two. This hits the 19. 2, 3, 4, 5. So in decimals, that's 19. Okay, so that's 19 for some reason. 1. Okay. 1, 3, 2, 4, 8, 16. 1 plus 2 plus 16. So 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. 16 plus 3, yeah. Yeah, okay. That
in
makes
which
sense
the
now.
values of the bits of the number A and B follow one after the other.
Which disk did you move over to, Fidget? If I may ask.
So let's say we pass this packing number, and on the receiving side it needs to be unpacked. To do this, we must know the bit depth of the number B, according to which we will calculate the so-called mask. It will be just a number, all bits of which are equal to 1. And to get the number A, we simply do a bitwise
Golly,
shift to
dude.
the right by the number of bits.
Yeah, dude, that's the story of PR. I'll tell you this. A little bit of lore. Even normal Battlefield 2 runs just as fine. Yeah, man, like that's the story of PR, man. Whenever we try to get something to work, oh, well, yo, what's up? Do you still play PR? Yeah, I still play PR, but I mostly play co-op. But right now I don't have time to play PR. I'm just like a code donkey. But yeah, PR, we need to make a good guide on that. Dishmash, I still play PR. I just don't play a PvP for now. I think I'll play soon if I could. But for Fidget, Linux Mint, I'll have a good experience with that. But PR for Linux, I really need to get one of our guys, Private Noob, to help me make a guide on how to get PR to run on Linux good. And that's like the story with PR. Like every time we try to get something good to in the game, we always have like that one thing that holds us back, which is really frustrating. But we'll find a way.
And using the operation of the logical conjunction of
How
the
you doing,
packed
Dish?
number and the mask of the number B, we will get the number B itself.
Let's see here. Okay, we're gonna unpack this. Let's see here.
Thus, we can pack the numbers for the selected data type, and thus reduce the amount of memory used. And now we can create a function pack data instead of a function to cast the data type. Here we will make a note of how many bits each attribute has, and for convenience we will denote all attributes by letters of the alphabet. And since here it is necessary to pack more than 2 numbers, for each attribute it is necessary to calculate the length of the bits by which the bitwise shift must be done.
Okay, let's see. All right.
And then we do the appropriate bitwise shifts to the left, and apply logical disjunction operations.
I think I'll get this one later on. I'll just blindly do this. You know how it is with these coding tutorials. It's like this was on the chunk mesh builder. Okay. Take this voodoo out. Let's take this aside. Yeah, I think like for some reason I think it's because our game doesn't have like a certification, really. Yeah, it's kind of a false alarm, I agree. Maybe my theory is that someone's trying to make they don't like free stuff, so they're just making it malware. Someone doesn't like PR, so they're just but yeah, it's false alarm. You know, we don't have our things officially signed, really, because you know, it sucks. But let's see here. So I'm just gonna blindly code this, folks. Switch me luck. X. Personally, I just use Windows Defender, man. I don't mess with any antivirus. Auto ID 8-bit base ID 3-bit AO. What do you guys little bit of a oh, YouTube is not responding. What is going on here? Uh-oh. Am I getting striked? Am I getting striked, folks? Let's see. It's not it's saying it's not receiving enough. It's not uh-oh, boys. Oh, dang it. We can't because there's like a verification system to make sure all the files are legit. You know, we try our best, but see if this works, guys. Hold on. Folks, is the is the stream looking okay? I know, right? Mr. Wait a second. I think I know who you are. Yeah. Maxi Milken. Yeah, shoot. It's over, man. Like, hold on, Max. I think I recognize your name. We got a familiar name here. I'm keeping a close eye on this guy. Let's see here. Oh, thanks. Yeah, we don't want to inject malware, man. It's like, I don't know. I got no time for that. We got people we have to prove wrong. Max, okay, Max, I know who you are now. Slight stutter. Okay, I'm back to the suffering. Flip ID. See if I can EF Y. Is the PR malware thing a Kaspersky thing? Because I don't really get that on Windows Defender. Maybe it's just the way I set mine's up. Any Windows Defender people. Wait a second, I'm on top chat. Add new maps and guns. Oh, definitely. I'll tell you this, guys. You know, we've been hitting limits lately, and that's one of the big problems with adding a lot of unique content is Battlefield 2 has this weird limit on storage, but thankfully we've gotten over that in a future update. I'm just glad that now we have new people on the team who can are you guys planning on adding the Ukrainian army? Well, I'm gonna say a no comment there because we have an agreement not to comment on things like that. So I would recommend using your imagination. Let's just say we do keep a close eye on world affairs, you know. Not me though, I just chilling, but the other people do. Do you got any maps do you guys think oh shoot, here we go. YouTube. Project Reality to UE5 win. I don't know, man. Like I think with the modern technology, it's gonna make it easier for us to like do stuff, like migrate stuff to a new engine. What about motion blur? Do you have any plans on changing it? So okay, so PR for UE5, I think with engines, in my opinion, if I'm gonna create a game like PR2, I'd want something that looks good enough but runs on like virtually any hardware. Like my dream game would be something like PR, but like you can run it on like a 10-year-old PC. My target would be like a PC from that can run Battlefield 3. You know, I think that would be like an ideal target, like one of those small $300 boxes. If you live in the first world, sorry, but if you live in like America, we have these like $300 boxes of like they're like micro PCs that you can just put on any place and play. I like to target that. If I can do that, you know, I'd be supportive of that. FPV drones, I think FPV drones, I don't know, because that's out of my I'm not really an expert on implementing sort of stuff, but would say that's those things. Motion blur, do you have any plans about changing it? Are you talking like motion blur from C-Shade, or are you talking like a motion blur from UE5? Will you guys add the ability to lean? I'm not sure, man. Like I think one of the problems with like things like leaning is hey, what's up? Zup. Oh man, Sislik. What's up, man? I think the ability to lean is I don't know. I think it'll be an interesting feature, but one of my problems right now is thanks for the hearts, guys. I think one of the problems right now is we only have like a couple or two people who do reverse engineering. So I think like features like that require a lot of work. And we like to balance on what to focus on, because we'd rather have stuff like going in, right? Rather than doing everything at once and then getting nothing done. If that makes sense. But that's just my opinion, folks. I'm not talking behalf of the team. Do appreciate you guys coming in, man. You know, I'll probably play some video games once I get this section done. Lucky, I don't know what your comment is about the motion blur, so I don't, if you're talking about C motion blur, I may change it. If you're talking about UE5 motion blur, I don't know how to, I don't work with UE5, so I don't know. Let's see, EFG bit. I think you guys will like the what we have in store. I know a lot of people think that we're fixated on the past factions and everything, but you know, that's not a, I disagree that that's what we just focus on. Let's see, shoot. B, C, D, E, F, G, 6X8, 3, 2, 1, F, G, F, G, E, F, G, E, F, G, D, E, F, G, D, E, F, G. You can see I'm not that sharp. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay. 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 All right.
And let's make changes to the function for adding vertex data. We now have only one value instead of attributes. And also do not forget to change the data.
Okay, we're gonna add. Let's see here. Vertex
type of the vertex array to match the bit of the packed data. And accordingly, instead of calling the function of casting to the data type, we use the packed data function.
Let's see, pack data. There we go.
And the chunk mesh class will also be affected by the changes. We will have an unsigned 32-bit data type for each vertex with the attribute name, packed data.
There is a mode in Battlefield 2 in which you have the ability to lean. Really? Wait a minute. I need to look this up. No way. Hold on. Hold on. Battlefield 2. Is it the Special Forces mode? Hold on. Mode leaning. Let me see. Hope AI doesn't. No, not learning, leaning. Let me look. Yeah, so in Forgotten Hope 2, I think Forgotten Hope 2 to use a modified version of it. But the way they do their stuff is much different than what we do. So I think natively we couldn't do it on the engine, but I think doing it the way Forgotten Hope 2 does it, strictly do it kind of differently because it's kind of like we don't we both do our own things, and it's kind of hard getting Forgotten Hope to PR to Forgotten Hope, if that makes sense. Let's see, leaning Battlefield 4, Hardline 1, 5 trivia. I don't see any here. Oh, there's a mode. I think there's a mod. Never mind. I think you're talking about the one by Mohammed, the Bad Company mod. I've seen it. Ideally, I'll tell you guys this. Like, if I think in a different world, we would have Battlefield 2 Special Forces that was that powers the mods. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but in Battlefield 2 Special Forces, they had a different lighting engine, so you can have like self shadowing on like objects. Like you can do a ton of like shadows and lights without like the performance loss. And I think that's one of the things that I was kind of like daydreaming about. I was like, damn, what if PR was on Battlefield 2's SF instead of the regular Battlefield 2? You know, if we're talking about like features like that, like night vision, flashlights, like a lot of those lightings that you see like with flares. I think one of the issues right now is performance. Like if you shoot a flare right in the forest in Battle Project Reality, like your computer's gonna get fried. But in Special Forces, their lighting engine's different. So if you shoot like a flare in the forest, you wouldn't get as much performance impact, you know. But that's why I think like the current technology now, if it can make us port PR to a different engine much faster, I'll be in support of it, you know.
And in the vertex shader, we will work with only this
here.
one attribute, which needs to be unpacked, and get all the other vertex attributes from it.
Okay.
To be unpacked, and get all the other vertex attributes from it.
I'll tell you guys this that's why I'm kind of learning this, guys. Like I'm learning how to do like Python in OpenGL, because I'm learning how like these graphics APIs work and how Python works, so I can do like much more interesting stuff for PR. Like a lot of this stuff, it's not just in vain. Like I want to translate this over to PR modding stuff, because we work a lot with Python and PR, and a lot of the graphics engine stuff. Like if I want to mess with like a graphics engine in the future, if this ever happens, then I'll be prepared for it. So it's not in vain. Let's see here. So we need to, okay.
In the vertex shader, we will work with only this one attribute.
So okay, that makes sense now.
Which needs to be unpacked, and get all the other vertex attributes from it.
And then we'll get all of this. To be honest, the game is dying because of the community, because of Alliance. I wonder what Alliance is doing. I'm never caught up with the server stuff, like Alliance, U777. Like, I don't know. If you guys can give me a rundown, that'd be great. I think a lot of like, if I was like a different person, if I split myself into another person, I totally make like a North American server. I haven't played the Special Forces expansion. Does SF cast dynamic shadows from flares? So, Special Forces casts dynamic shadows not just from the sun, but from individual light sources. So if you're under like a pole, you get the shadowing from the pole. When the pole takes the light down on you, you also get the lighting from the pole, which you don't see in PR that much. Um, and the reason why they could do that is because they render everything first, and then they render the lighting. So, um, dynamic lighting is performance heavy. But yeah, the lighting from muzzle flashes did existed. Uh, lighting from like the lights from the vehicle, like the Jeeps had their own flashlight. So it was a really interesting thing that they did. So Damash, what happened? Like, I don't know what happens with Alliance. I'm not really in those servers.
And for this we will write the corresponding unpack function, in which we will hard-code the number of bits and mask values for each attribute. Here it is worth paying attention that we are working with an unsigned data type. Therefore we put the suffix u for these numbers. And the whole unpacking comes down to the appropriate bitwise shifts to the right, and the application of the conjunction operation with the attribute mask. Well,
Okay, so this is data packing. Okay. All right, let's see here. So we need to do unpack vertex. Going to pack the data. Let's see here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G equals C bit equals 6U. Interesting. I have a feeling you guys would like the next update. Let's see. They mistreat people a lot. At the time I played on the server, I experienced it myself. I was not the most law-abiding player either. I mean, it's been a while since then, but that is how. Oh, so it's like they're not really diplomatic, you know? Like it's like they struggle to negotiate or like problem solve between players and admins. That sucks to hear, man. It's like PR loses players. Yeah. PR I'm kind of surprised, like I don't know if you guys noticed, but PR like development like stayed the same. Like I don't know, even increased. I mean, they are soft under flames only. Oh. Oh. Sounds like the N word we don't talk about, nepotism. Oh man, it's not great. I never played on Alliance. You know, their friends do something bad, they forget, but someone they hate, you know, no, it's an instant ban. Yeah, it's like they got privileges. Seems like from what you're saying. I'm not really involved in that, so just based on what you're saying. Let's see here. I can't really do anything about it, you know. It's like this weird pecking order when it comes to online communities. You know, it's like I've noticed this in the other communities I was in. Like there's always this like weird pecking order. But and if you don't have like if you're not like some e-celeb or something, they just, you know, put you aside. Oh man. Dang, you quit PR? Shoot. Yeah, man. Hey, if if that's your priority, man, I by all means, you know, I hope you do well in your personal life as well. You know, sometimes we gotta take our time, you know, off and but if you ever want to come back, you know, it's what are you up to, Dimash? If you would like if I to answer. Do you play different games or do you do different hobbies now, you know? Or are you just focusing on like school and hey Kenzan. Oh man, I've oh Kenzan, man. Oh yeah. Here we go. Kenzan, do you know that like every time I wake up like I get like notifications from you like saying that this is broken, like because I think because we live in like different time zones, like I just get your screenshot. I try not to play games at all. I'm in uni. Yeah. Well, man, I wish you the best in uni, man. I remember being in college, man, and you know, just make the best out of it, I guess. Kenjan is the I dread this push notifications every morning because I know I broke something. I don't know if you guys know this, but like whenever we do something in PR, I get push notifications from like other people who dev, but I know it's because I broke something, and you know, it's but it's good to 2 3. So what feels more often than it is real. Yeah. Dimash, what are you majoring in university, if I may ask? Let's see here. What do you do as a dev? I actually do a lot of things. Like so I usually just make shader stuff, but that's usually the things I do on that showcase here, but I also do some Python stuff and some scripting stuff. So like when you build something in PR, we have to do like certain scripts, right? So we sometimes I go in and rewrite some of the scripts, create new ones for building PR. I work on some things with co-op, like Python stuff for co-op. Right now I'm trying to create like a site for people to learn how to make stuff for Battlefield 2 and PR. So I do like, I'm kind of like a jack of all trades, basically, like but a master of none, you know. It's AI engineering. I kind of want to join the dev team. I don't know what we can bring to each other. I'm actually thinking, like, speaking of AI engineering, hold on, I'm gonna get some gum real quick. I'll be right back. Hey, my folks. Let's see. So, I think I answered the first question. What I do as a dev, I do multiple stuff. I've actually experienced using AI in PR development. So I don't know what we can bring to each other. I'm actually not sure. What are you learning in AI engineering though? Are you in your first year? Because if you learn something in AI engineering, you know, could translate over to PR development. So the Python stuff is for game logic. So like the game modes in the game, they run on Python. Like the logic behind capturing flags, kits, vehicles, a lot of that runs on Battlefield 2's Python. I think one of the things that the team contemplated before I joined was migrating to Python 3, because you get more features with Python 3 and maybe more performance. But one thing about moving, so we use multiple languages. So if you're gonna like modify stuff in Battlefield 2, we usually use Python for the game logic, HLSL for the shaders, C# for the like some things like building stuff, but that's, you know, something on our end. We use Python, C#, HLSL, C++, and assembly. So if you want to get leaning right in the game, that most likely be a C++ assembly thing, which only Matt does. How bad English I'm actually bad at English. Like, I'll tell you this. I think it's alright. I think like a lot of, for me, you know, I think for like a lot of us native English speakers, we get into like this comfort zone of we would change English so much where it's just slang. So I think you guys are to sound alright. Also, a lot of us English speaking people only know English, so it's not, we don't see it as a big deal when mistakes happen. I rarely hear your voice, Kajan, because I think we've only been in the testing sessions like a couple of times. But I think it's pretty impressive that you learned it from just from communication. You didn't learn it on purpose. So you're telling me that all of that communication you did, like through the team channels, it's like you didn't use any translation? Yeah, I think a couple of us use assembly. I don't, because I don't need it right now. But for reverse engineering stuff, assembly. Ah, it's fine, dude. You know, in the English world, we have I don't know, I don't know how it is over there in the East, but do you guys have like your own equivalent of speech therapy over there? Because here in like the English world, we have speech therapy. It's a very big like industry here. So people here having like speech or language problems isn't really like taboo to us. We don't really. Same shit happens to me. Oh, we got the monitors in chat, man. They're monitoring me, man. I don't know if you guys know this, guys, but Kajan and Hard are part of the PR team. You know, shout out to these guys. You know, is there such thing as a backend in PR? I mean, obviously you guys use Python for that, right? Yeah. So, give you a cheat code, Dimash. Python is decompilable, so you know, just point out there. I don't want the folks to figure that out. Hey guys, hey Horror. How you doing, Horror? I'm just stopping by. I know he's gonna you're gonna clip some things, huh? So he can. Rest of bros are recording this to get AI to summarize it, the data farm any possible implications of upcoming content. It's the future I have to live in. Oh man. Golly. How do people join the dev team? I can share you my story and how I joined. So it's kind of like there's no screening process really. It's more of like, hey, you show something, the dev team's interested, and then they invite you. So it's kind of they come out of the shadows basically in your DMs. Like you share something in like the Project Reality community, and you know, the dev sees it and they'll show up in your DMs magically. Or you can just apply to be a tester and then you go up from there. But I'll say if you're gonna be a tester, you need to know how to do source control like GitHub. If you familiarize yourself with GitHub or Git, then that'll make you much more comfortable with us. How's Christmas for me? Oh, it was terrible. I mean, it was chill, but like, you know, I want to get some stuff done, you know, before my break is over. And now I have to be back in the wage cage, and lots of work, can save some money during this time of year. Yeah, man. Just don't let your money sit, man. Like, so yeah, Dimash, if you want to join the dev team, I think the most direct way is to become a tester. And excuse me. And you know, and just be genuine you're testing, and I think, you know, just don't tell the other folks that. You tester, tinker around with stuff, you know, follow the rules, and should be good to go. My only advice is be careful though. Like, if you're gonna be a dev, man, if you get too good, you get DMs, like, you get at, like, up the wazoo. Oh my gosh. All this just to save a little bit, man. A little bit of juice on the GPU, man. And I made a mistake here. Okay, B, C, D, E, F, G, C, D, E, F, G, D, E, F, G, B, F, mask. And then, are you guys paid? Well, hate to burst your bubble, we don't get paid for this. You know, we don't get paid for this. It's all volunteer. Like, the donations, that's to keep, like, the infrastructure running so we can keep developing stuff. Yeah. None of it is like for any profit reasons. It's all us, you know. I think sometimes when the donation goal doesn't get hit, some people pay out of pocket to hit the goal for the month, and that's to keep the infrastructure running. Oh my gosh. Sorry if you guys keep seeing like the same like place. Pack, EFG, FG, G, bit, G mask, D, E, F, G mask. I'm gonna like AI this thing and summarize what it's doing in layman's terms, because this is very like
all we have to do is apply this function. Put the vertex coordinates into the position vector.
Who's the main dev? Well, let's take a look, folks. Let's take a look. Let me pull up Discord. See who's the main dev in this. Pull it up in We Them Boys. Golly. Dang it. Well, I can't show anything else in here, but okay, so I'll just tell you guys this. It's Mats391 Suhard. I don't know if there's any polls in the stream who are gonna put me on the stake for this. Suhard, SUCHAR. So those are the two who are usually overseeing things. Mats oversees like all the technical stuff, you know. We also have a guy in the dev team who's underrated. His name's Senshi. Shout out to Senshi, because he makes sure the website's working, the forums working, you know. He's very epic. So if you guys ever seen Senshi up, you know, give him a thank you, because without him it would be Jover for us, you know. We'll be I think the only old head in the team, it's Tim. You know, Tim's the only old head.
Right, and the application of the conjunction operation with the attribute mask.
All of us are just like,
Well,
we're kind of young and FG, EFG, the EFG, C, the EFG, B, D, C, D, EFG, B, C, D, EFG, and then C, D, EFG, D, EFG, BC, pack data, EFG, FG, D mask, E mask, pack data, G bit, F mask, pack data, G mask.
all we have to do is apply this function, put the vertex coordinates into the position vector, and run the program.
Oh my gosh. That was ridiculous. All that work just to save something. Watch, it's not gonna work, guys. Unpack. This ain't gonna work, man. I can tell. This is gonna be the end, man. It's gonna destroy everything. Unpack. And then in position. Three in position equals like 3 XYZ. What's up, Amon Danger?
And visual.
I'm just learning. We're just grinding, man.
And visually, of course, position vector, and run the program.
Let's see if this works. See if it works, folks. Cross my fingers. It's gonna be Jover if this doesn't work, man. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna crash out if this doesn't work. Oh, is it working? It's working, folks. Hope it's working. It's kind of loading. Oh, damn. Get val. Rewrite typing. Non-Python mode. What? Hold on real quick. What is going on here? Okay. All that work, man, just for it to crash. To uint 8. Oh shoot, hold on. Is void. Okay, then 2 uint 8 pack. Oh shoot. 2 uint 8, let's do find all pack data. Will this work? Yeah, Forgotten Hope 2 is a mod for Battlefield. Yep. Kinda doesn't look like it, right? Compiler for args. Ooh, I did something wrong here. Now I gotta go back. Dang.
And then we do the appropriate bitwise shifts to the left, and apply logical disjunction operations. And let's make changes to the function for adding vertex data. We now have only one value instead of attributes. And also do not forget to
Oh, shoot. My bad.
change the data type of the vertex array to match
Well,
the bitness of the packed data. And accordingly, instead of calling the function of casting to the data type, we use the packed data
I
function.
think we did.
And the chunk
But I think the team says not for now. Because I think Forgotten Hope 2 in PR, different teams, different way of modding, you know. So their whole way of modifying the executable is probably much different than how the PR team does it. So oh shoot, something rendering. Well, kind of, but oh man, I'm just not seeing anything. Weird, I'm not seeing anything. I'm pretty sure I did it right, but
chunk mesh class will also be affected by the changes. We will have an unsigned 30.
oh, a chunk mesh class has to shoot 1U4 because it's not interpreting everything correctly. I think it's pretty scary. I didn't read this correctly.
32-bit data type for each vertex with the attribute name, packed data.
And then come on. That's at the chunk mesh class. Okay. Okay, I think we're good to go here. I think it's gonna work. Maybe. Oh shoot, man. I don't think I think it's blocking, something's blocking links, man. Cuz I'm not seeing the link. I'm not sure where. Oh, dang it. Gotta go back. Okay, we go voxel engine. We'll create the scene. Self. Create the world. We built the chunk mesh. Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
And in the vertex shader, we will work with only this one attribute, which needs to be unpacked, and get all the other vertex.
What is my what is going on here? I'm in the Arab SoundCloud. Hold on. Oh, what? I don't know what this means, folks, but apparently I was playing Arabic music while I'm like you know, quoting the stuff. See here. I love my bat. Oh man, dang it. Should I ask AI how to fix this? Shoot, it's time to CD. I just hate how shadows rendered in the game right now, dude. I feel like there's better ways of doing it. Yeah. Whoa. Oh shoot, that's getting minimalized in the... Could I like do this? Okay. Golly. Content size mismatch. There's a size mismatch somewhere.
And to get the number A, calculate the length of the bits by which the bitwise shift must be done. And then we do the appropriate bitwise shifts to the left, and apply logical disjunction operations.
Okay, now I need to go back. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, 8, 3, 2, 1, FG. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Wow, these bunnies. Basically, if we only want to have a plane, we render the shadow casting geometry, but instead of rendering them normally. Huh. Interesting. Dang it, but it's behind the book. Golly. Man. Let's see here. Let's see if it's in a... Basically, we only want the plane to receive shadows. We don't need any shadow maps or shadow volumes. So they're drawing it like this. So instead, we just simply define a projection matrix P that projects onto that plane. Then to render the shadow, we render the shadow casting geometry. But instead of rendering them normally in Vertex Shader, we project them onto the plane using matrix P. Wait. We project them onto the plane using matrix P, and then in fragment shaders, we render geometry in black. Oh, I see, I see. Ooh, that's kind of clever. Interesting, interesting. Man, I may have to talk with one of the someone about this. I want to see if I can get this in. See if this is possible. This sounds like it's a good idea, because that means we could have shadows without in theory, if we're not building any shadow maps, we can do shadowing without rendering. See, here's what's happened. Why shadows is very expensive in PR is we usually render like I think we're rendering stuff 2 times. Like we're rendering the object and then we're rendering the objects as a shadow. So like whenever we have like a shadow object in the game, it's actually being rendered like a couple of times at least. And I think that's why it's pretty expensive. But but yeah, let's see here. Okay. Well, thank you for linking this. I'll keep this in mind. You know. Just hope we draw shadows. Because it makes sense, you know. Why just draw this by itself when you can draw this in a flat plane? And then it's like let's see here. What? Oh shoot, there's no golly, I thought we're projected planar shadows. See how they're doing it. Okay, I think this guy's description actually says it better. The shadows are created by taking a mesh and projecting it onto a flat plane. It's implemented using a shader. Okay. Okay, so they're taking a mesh. They're taking this mesh. They're projecting it to a flat plane. Okay. It's like they're taking 2 copies of this mesh, one here and then one's projecting to here. Interesting. And they're doing it in a fragment shader. Okay, that makes sense. But I gotta fix my engine first. It's getting my deformed monstrosity. It's like it took an hour to get this implemented, but
and let's make changes to the function for adding vertex data. We now have only one value instead of.
So, okay, then we got for vertex and vertices.
Attributes. And also do not forget to change the data type of the vertex array to match the
chunk volume. uint. Yeah, man. Well, hope you have a good night, morning, fried fidget. Thank you for the
and accordingly
suggestion.
Instead of calling the function of casting to the data type, we use the pack data function. And the chunk mesh class will also be affected by the changes. We will have an unsigned 32-bit data type for each vertex with the attribute name pack data.
Chunk meshes. So that's a 1U4, and then we get a pack data.
And in the vertex shader,
It's weird. It should work. I mean, just watch it doesn't work. I think you need to debug this, find out what's going on. It's like, okay. Seems like something's happening over here. Let's go here. Chunk mesh. And then we're gonna debug this. See if anyone's on. No one's a. Oh jeez. I think we need to start from here. We need to start from here. Not from the chunk mesh. Nope. Let's run and debug from there. Alright guys, it's just me and y'all two. I don't know who you guys are, but see if I got there's a size mismatch. Interesting. So, the format.
shader, we will pack data.
The chunk mesh is at a 1U4.
And in the vertex shader,
Well, let's ask our good old AI. Let's see what's going on. All right, let's see. Good morning. My project seems to have an issue with generating vertex attribute packed from my newly packed data. Any ideas why and how to fix? All right, guys, let's see what's Yes.
We will work with only this one attribute, which
Strange. So we got our pack data. 1 UE4. Okay, so that's correct for the pack data, but the attribute tuple should only contain the name of the pack data attribute at the specified shader. Okay, yes. Okay. Okay, so um I'm getting it correctly. Oh jeez. Okay, now we got it. Mm-hmm.
needs to be unpacked and get all the other vertex attributes from it. And for this we will write the corresponding unpack function, in which we will hard-code the number of bits and mask values for each attribute. Here it is worth paying attention that we are working with an unsigned data type, therefore we put the suffix u, in which we will to be unpacked, and get all the other vertex attributes.
What?
And at this stage,
Hold on
for
real
our
quick.
world, we
That's
implement
crazy.
interaction with voxels, and the main idea is that we emit ray from the
Well, that worked, but I'm not sure why that worked. Strange. Let's see what it did. Okay, so it seems like using AI to like help me solve my problem actually worked, but I need to know why it solved the problem. Jeez. Let's see what it did. Chunk mesh. What did it do? I just plotted stuff in and then interesting. Hit on all that. Change that. Okay. Okay. Changed all of that as well. But I need to know how it did that. That was some voodoo magic right there. Just fixed it. But didn't tell us how. Let's see, chunk mesh. I had to do a colon. That's crazy. So apparently I had to do leave the comma comma? Yeah, I have to leave the comma here so it can work. That's crazy. Absolutely insane. Because it's expecting because if we just leave it without the comma, we wouldn't get a tuple. We would just get a string. So let's see. So the problem was really I left the comma. What a joke. Let's see. Where is my chunk mesh? Okay, so it's a tuple lateral pack data. Okay. Tuple string, tuple lateral pack data. That's crazy, dude. Oh my gosh. There's a comma. Soldier over. Okay. Thank you, Mistral. See how it does. See if the packing works, guys. Golly, it took this long. I hope the... Let's do this again. Hold on, let's run this again because the camera isn't going correctly. Okay, let's go over here. Let's see if it works. Oh my gosh. It kind of works. It has a strange this looks kind of strange. I don't know if you guys see this, but like this area, like okay, I need to keep track on this area because this was kind of weird. Okay, let me see if I can just copy all these. Man, damn it. I think something's wrong, but I can't think it out. But I'll just take it for now. We got 6 people in here. I don't know who these people are, but what's up, guys? Compare with remote. I'm just trying to like. Okay, I don't know what I'm listening to. Hold on, let's scroll to a different song. What is this? Technology. French mumble rap. I don't know what this is. That was not what I'm looking for. I think Convergence. Is that part of the playlist? Okay, that's part of the playlist. There we go. I was like, I don't know what I was listening to. Jeez. Okay, let's see here, guys. Gotta rebuild him, folks. Let's do this again. Let's rebuild him. We're perpetually rebuilding him. Okay, let's visit this spot again. Seems to be a thing even on yeah. That's fine. We'll take it. We'll take it. see if this works. Okay, if we can check out there, and if we can check out there. Oh, I see how it is. I see how it is. I see how it is. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna play some videos. I think that's enough. Actually, let's see here. Golly, no new release yet. Okay, let's see. See what our AI overlords say, guys. This one speaks French, though. Much. But for the 3 people in the chat, you guys will like the next updates down the line. I think it'll be a very. It's gonna be a very interesting time. You know. It's, you. All right. Let's see. Okay. So A, B, C. Well, okay. F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. F, G. That takes to 2 bits. And because this takes 32 bits. Okay. B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But where's A? Where does A go, guys? I don't know. I think A's just by itself. I don't know if there's anyone. I don't know who these 3 people are. I think they're like stalking or. These are my gang stalkers right here. My three gang stalkers trying to farm the potential information for the next update. I don't know, man. It's like 4:34 in the morning. Oh, we got 2 left. Let's see here. All right. X shifted by 26. Iterate throughout. Creates 4 vertices per face using packed data. Okay. Hmm. Can you go step by step on how? Mm-hmm. The 31st bit is I think I'll look over this overnight. I think this is a thinker. The data packing thing is a thinker, so I think I'd save that for the night. But I'm just gonna play some well, today I learned how to pack data, I guess. We pack data. We learned that a comma can turn a string into a strange from a lateral to a strange string. So that's why we hate Python, folks. I don't know. Let's see here. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
And so the events transpired. Here, come follow me. We're gonna go and get back up there tomorrow. Hey, watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Taking Delta. Shooting me, Knight, is not gonna help you. Here, we gotta lift it up a little. All right. All right, whatever. Here, a little higher then. He might die. Yeah, he might die. Okay. Something has to happen. I would like to get up. Damn, these games fucking
No,
challenge.
do it like this. I'll show you. Hold on. Drop it.
Here, you grab. Nah, that's one lashing across the ass. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I thought of it, just didn't do it.
Yeah.
I know, you already have a patent on it. Don't tell me about it. Is that a diving board?
Yeah. Check it out.
You're not pushing. You're not pushing hard enough, Captain.
Oh
Hey,
man,
soy sauce, I don't know what you're doing down there, buddy.
I don't know if you guys can hear this.
We're taking Delta.
The audio's piped through a strange place.
Alright, time for a cigar break.
Sound quality.
Same thing.
I don't know what's going on with the sound quality here. It's being played to the monitor.
I'm not sure what you're gonna do with that MAC-10, but you should grab the MAC-11. Enemy already on point. Previous point.
Get inside the
If you're
container.
still on there, good luck.
It's okay. Container will save me.
That's very true. I usually like to stuff myself in that big ass wall, sand wall. It costs about 4 points. Especially
Oh
if
man,
you stay inside of that, you'll be safe from
this guy's insane.
So you get teleported.
Oh, I need to fix that.
No.
Yes, thank you very much.
You can fix. Actually, this is why I should write a fucking list, besides my forgetful nature, I will have to tell you what's a fix at a later date. But besides things that need to be fixed, I'm gonna tell you what I do like. I saw. I went
What?
on the workshop page, and I saw that.
Okay, that's pretty crazy.
Sliders, some voice sliders for the commands that I've mentioned before to people.
Yeah.
And
I used it for many
that.
years, but I just didn't bother to upload it.
That was kind of you. Very kind. try to tell people to use their commands and shit. I guess they don't like the tradition.
Many because I forget myself.
Uh-oh.
You know when you drunk.
Excuse me, guys. Excuse me.
Don't forget
Okay.
everyone can build here, so you know I recommend it.
Oh yeah, I have liquor. I should be drinking. Thank you for reminding me.
Yep.
I do have to eat something.
What drink you having?
It's disgusting. It's like fucking. But it's basically some liquor, about 100 proof. Some bastards my father and his friends got for me.
100. It's not possible. It's
Yeah, oh, it's 100 proof. Not basically 100 proof is 50 alcohol per volume.
not too bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. It'll get you drunk. I just gotta stuff something in my face first before I do it.
I'll buy some Jamaican cheap rum. 66%
Plantation
of it.
rum. If you like Jamaican rum, get the rum called Plantation. It's
No, I didn't like it. I like the strength.
Oh no. It's crazy.
hurt my feelings. Man don't like spicy rum.
Okay, I died from.
Well, good thing there's a lot of God's elixirs on this earth to choose from.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good thing. Good thing indeed. Here, I'm gonna go get that destitute bastard over there. You may have fallen on misfortunes, but you have not discarded your family yet. So I want you to
Hey,
get
everything's
back up and keep
Japanese.
fighting. Yeah, those are Japanese characters.
Asian same as something wrong.
Well, I mean, I don't really know the specifics, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they're Japanese, sometimes they're Chinese, Taiwanese, Japanese. Look at these.
Asian.
Fortunately, I'll have to travel there to know the
Yeah, I'm wall hacking, Max. I'm
But could someone
I'm always
remind
wall
me,
hacking.
please?
Okay, so you're the last viewer. Golly, man. That's crazy. Yeah, this is my first stream, man. Like a year.
Stand in front of me. No reasonable man would stay.
Okay, this game is so quiet. Uh-huh.
I mean, hopefully the numbers are dwindling. Actually, let me see if I have everybody turned up. Oh, that's why I'm having a hard time hearing you, because I didn't have my whatchamacallit command turned up to like 80. I don't like this stalemate. I'm with you, CC. And we are golden, gentlemen. We're working on Echo. Move.
Landmine?
how I-
Landmine? Landmine?
I'm Hyman? Jaimin? Something?
Let's see if I can get
Actually, let me just get out of your fucking way, so you can
instead of this, I'm gonna get SKS is 2 points. Maybe I'll get one of these.
I don't know.
Get the extended
Nah, I was just hoping you
and the
didn't
red
blow the
dot
fuck off.
and the
You're
smoke.
standing on that sliver of fucking land there.
And then instead of
Also, if you want to use the yellow thing, hold your knife and press R for resemblance.
Knife out and reload. Hold it.
Yes. This is usually where something interesting happens. We've taken Echo. Today's
just realized my earbuds are a Five Below earbuds. It's Jover. It's 3 minutes into 5. Oh jeez.
damn, I suck at shooting.
Contact right.
Got that. I can see why he uses this gun more often. It's actually pretty fucking good. Fucking missile.
Ooh, okay. Nope,
I have no
nope.
idea where that suppression's coming from.
Yeah,
Time to do what I do best.
Kawabanga.
Exactly. Fucking Halo jump. Alright, we're getting Foxtrot.
Dead.
whoa. Internet's going bonkers, guys. I don't know, guys. Really tempted to find out how that let's see here. Sorry, I'm just doing some private stuff. Better than see these AR glasses.
I've tested a lot of AR glasses, and these are the best ones I would pick at every price point. We'll start at the bottom with cheaper entry-level options, nits of brightness perceived. You'll also get two-step glasses just rely on pumping the brightness so that the background seems darker rather than having electrochromic dimming. But it works great, and it's going to be 1080p resolution, which is also amazing. And the field of view is 46 degrees, which is the equivalent of a 135-inch screen when at a distance. Up next is the Viture Pro. Now you can actually get this used for $199 on Amazon, like I did. And they look and work pretty identically to the Viture Luma Ultras over here. I mean, they look almost the same. The main difference being the Ultras have these.
Okay, let's see here. Right, I think I'm gonna call it a morning. Thank you, Max, for staying in. You know, just keep doing your testing thing in PR. You know, as long as you're there for the test, and you know how to do repo. You will you're basically a dev team member. You know, testers are part of the dev team. You know, it's so as long as you're testing, you stay in. I don't have no control of that. Suhard and Matt and all those Kabul people are in charge. I'm just on the sideline, but if you hear me, you know, just keep testing. And once you're testing, you know, you get bumped up to QA tester, and you're basically like a dev at that point. You can still do like contributions like Cashin does. And then you become Archon, then you become an RDev, you know. It's a process. So yeah, just hope everyone's having a good night and take care, alright? Peace.